Video is on. What's up, everybody? It's Stay the Course podcast, episode 5. This is about the fourth or fifth take that I'm doing this. I'm trying to synchronize the video and the audio, and for whatever reason, the audio keeps taking a dump on me. And because I'm not a very garage band savvy guy, I don't know how to fix this. So I might just have to resort back to videos. However, I'm itching to get upload an episode to the podcast station just to be able to do it. Because the hardest part was getting everything started. The hardest part was actually getting the courage to be able to say, you know what, I'm gonna act a fool on video and act a fool on audio and put it up in the world. Because as you guys know, the internet is live, man. The internet is a platform that everybody has an opinion, and not all opinions count. All opinions do not matter. Mine is probably one of those opinions that does not matter. However, I still want to go ahead and show my opinion, or have you guys listen to my opinion on multiple subjects. So, the first one was what I first want to talk about is about this studio. The studio is kind of crazy right now. The studio is one of those things. I want to make eye contact to the actual video, but I can't. So I'm hoping that I can set something up here. So that's a little bit better. I'm tilted in an angle. So I keep first of all, I keep running into problems with the audio. So if I stop, I stop, and I'll continue again. I do not like this. I wonder if it's better if I don't make contact. Yeah, whatever. So anyways, I have episode 5 that I want to put up. And first of all, there's a lot of reasons why I haven't been able to, or haven't wanted to put episode 5 up. Let me just start by this. First of all, I get into my own head, and I was wondering if you guys were gonna like my backdrop. My backdrop is our storage room. I'm in the storage room, and I have all of our stored junk here. My mother-in-law's stuff is on the right. Our stuff is on the left. And I actually me and my wife got together and created this space because there was just everywhere. Nobody cares, man. How do I say this? If you grew up in a traditional Hispanic Mexican family, you know that we like to pile things up in certain areas. If you have a table, part of the table is used for dinner, and the other part of the table is used to stash your mail, your purse, your wallet, your keys, and that's just kind of how you grow up. You grow up just kind of putting everything in one area. I like to try to have a little cubby for my keys, for my wallets. I like to have something to hang up my backpack or my coat. Not because I'm better, but only because I've noticed that this stuff has affected the way I do things at home. And I'm just trying to change the course of my family's trajectory by adding something simple as not throwing crap all over the dinner table. But another problem with Hispanic families is that we like to hold on to everything. We hold on to everything. We can't throw anything away because we need it for later. And later may not be for like another 5 years. But for whatever reason, we want to hold on to it. It no longer has any value, and yet somehow for us, or for whoever it is that is storing or hoarding stuff, it seems to have some kind of value. I get it. There's probably some kind of mental thing. There's some kind of psychological reasoning behind it. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. In my mind is, if it works, keep it. And if it doesn't work, chuck that trash away. Put it in the binder. Put it in the bucket. And every Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, whenever the trash man comes by, make sure it's in that black thing that the truck picks up and dumps in the back and takes it to the landfill where we're running out of space. Anyways. My storage room. It's not my storage room. I am now taking over some of the storage room. But however, I feel that I have the right to say that it's my storage room because me and my wife took the time out of our days and money out of our pockets to buy racks to put up against the wall so that we can organize the stuff as best as possible without spending a fortune and putting things, storing things away for other people. Wink, wink. But we managed to clear a little area so that I can put my my electrical equipment so that I can do my podcast. And honestly, I thought it was going to look better, but it doesn't. It doesn't look very good. But as you can see, I've got stuff everywhere. However, the point about me finally deciding to sit down and do a video and record a podcast, an episode, is because I thought to myself, dude, what is everybody going to think? People are going to think, look at this guy's a bum. Look where he's recording. But then the other part of my brain was saying, who cares what they think about that? Who cares what they think about the backdrop? Who cares what they think about where you're actually holding the recordings to this episode? And the reason I say who cares is because I think it's kind of cool for you guys to see how this is all starting. What the crazy part is when I first started when I first tried doing the Roar podcast, it was out of my son's room. So I had to kick my boys out. I had to tell them to be quiet, don't make any noise, blah, 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 blah. All the things that comes with living in a small little tool shed. So now my family, my wife, my kids, they're in our little studio, little tool shed over there, and I'm in the storage room. And there's nobody else here. So I'm trying to record this and in what we have to make useful for this project. So if you don't like the backdrop, what can I say? This is where I started. This is how it's beginning. So if you are listening, if you are tuning in, thank you very much. I love you, and I hope to continue to bring more content for you to view and for you to listen to. Now, that's part of the reason why I haven't done this. Another part of the reason was that I put a lot of pressure on myself. Part of the pressure was that I had committed to putting up at least one episode every week on a Wednesday. And the logic behind that was that, hey, at least if I can drop something by Wednesday, it'll give people something to do by midweek and into the weekend if they don't have the time. Well, I haven't been able to do that because I got into my own head again. I'm like my worst enemy. I keep thinking, oh man, it's a waste of my time. This isn't going to work. Why do I do this? Nobody even cares. I do all that. And so as much as I say that I don't care, I do care. I do want people to listen. I do want people to view. I do care about your guys' opinion. I do care about what people want. But at the same time, I'm not going to let that dictate what I put out, when I put out, how I put it out. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if it makes sense or not. But in my head, it is clear as day that as much as I don't care about what people, let me not say the people. As much as I don't care what the haters think, what the naysayers think, I'm going to continue to drop something, and I'm going to continue to drop it whenever I can, whenever I feel like it. Because the more pressure I have to do something on a daily basis, the more structured it is, the more stress I put on myself. And I don't want to do this if it's going to be stressful. I want to do this to be fun. I want to do this to be relaxing, have a good time, and just be able to do this freely with no pressure at all. Because after all, the hardest part is done. The hardest part was getting the website going. The website is still not fulfilling its purpose. I got to work on it because it's kind of like a glorified Facebook page. I just want you guys to go check it out. I just wanted people to hit it, take a look and see what's going on out there. But eventually, I've been talking to somebody about a logo, and we've been emailing back and forth. And in order for me to get a logo, a amazing logo with all the rights from the artist, so that I can go ahead and monetize from it, the guy's trying to charge me $1,000, and we were between $1,000 to $1,500, because he has to sketch everything out on paper with pencil and then then digitize it. But he did say that if I have an idea, that I can go ahead and shoot the idea because it eliminates the thought process going into it, which the creative process is important, and it might reduce the cost. So, but that's money that I don't have right now. So I'm gonna just probably sketch something up myself or have my boys do something for fun, and then I'll use that in the meantime. But as I was saying, the hardest part is already done. The website, I got to get a logo. I love the title. I got to tell you, Stay the Course SD, Stay the Course Podcast. Dude, I love the podcast. I love the title. I love what it means. I love what it stands for. I love what the goal is. I love what the purpose is behind it. And a lot of people, and including myself, I had started a bunch of stuff and I had quit a bunch of stuff. Now, when I say quit, I don't mean like quit as in completely giving up, but I mean quit as in figuring out, dude, this is not for me. I got to figure out what's for me. What's my purpose? What's my calling? All that stuff is important. But I hadn't figured it out, so I had to stop and reset. And I've reset a bunch of times in my life. So here I am. Anyways, I'm rambling everywhere. I'm going all over the place, man. But this is what happens when I don't have someone to talk to. And even if I did have someone to talk to, it'd probably be going in the same direction. I'd be going back and forth. But this is what my wife deals with, guys. God bless her soul. So anyways, the website is up. Instagram is up. Facebook is up. Twitter is up. The email is up. Everything is hot. Everything is live. The hardest part since then has been just putting out an episode. And today I was like, you know what, dude, I'm gonna put out an episode. I'm just gonna have a good time. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna do it, and I don't care what anybody. I don't care. I gotta stop saying that. I gotta stop saying what anybody cares. I gotta stop saying that I don't care about what other people think, because I think the truth is that I do care about what people think. I want it to be something spot on. So I'm going to try to cut that out of my vocabulary. But I wanted to go ahead and put out this next episode for everyone to enjoy. So going back to the original part of this conversation is that why I haven't dropped another episode is because of the background, the pressure of the pressure of actually getting an episode up. This is my podcast. This is my podcast. I can put one up whenever I want. If I don't want to put one up, I don't have to put one up. I got to share something here with you guys here, man. I have a problem dealing with authority. I mean, authority, but let me see if I can hopefully break this down. Like, I don't have a problem with like work authority. For example, if my boss sets a schedule up for work and I know that I have to be punctual, I gotta leave at the predetermined time, I do not have a problem with that. I don't mind getting up and getting to work at 6 o'clock, even though I start at 7. I don't mind leaving at 5, 6 o'clock, even though I'm scheduled to be off at 3:30. I don't do that. I'm just saying that I do not mind, because somehow I get a sense of relief. I get a sense of accomplishment when I go to work, when I'm responsible for that. And then they compensate me for that. I get a check once a month to go do something that helps my employer. I don't have a problem with that kind of authority. I don't have a problem with like the police authority, with the laws that say, hey, wear your seatbelt when you drive. Don't drive in excess of 65 miles per hour. It's all for safety. It's all for there's a good, wholesome reason as to why these laws of authority were put into place. Obviously there's a bigger factor in that, and I believe that that's God's word. But overall, I don't have a problem with authority, with that kind of authority. I have a different kind of authority. Like, if, how do I say this? I will tell you this. How I want this to be as open, but I want to be sincere, but I also want to be polite and respectful. So I used to be really involved in an organization that I truly, even though I am no longer as involved as I used to be, I truly love the people. I got to say that 100%. If me loving the people means that I have to succumb to my desires and all that stuff, then I think I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. I just kind of give you guys a little tidbit. Whenever this conversation comes up in the past or in the future, I will go ahead and address it. But overall, man, I have a problem with authority. I don't like to be on anyone else's schedule. I like to be on my schedule. I like to do what I do, when I do it, how I do it. Not because my way is better, because my way is right. It's because that's just the way I am, dude. I wish I can break that, man. And overall, I feel like I can use the tools that I've been given, the gifts that I've been given to benefit myself and others. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a problem with authority. I just don't know how to explain it. I was going to try to, but I have a feeling that if I try it, some people might get offended, some people might get hurt. But regardless, we can talk that we can, and you know what? Just to say that I have a problem with authority and that I don't like to submit to that order, doesn't mean that I'm right. It could be completely wrong. I can be 100% wrong in feeling that way, but part of me doesn't. Part of me feels that I'm not wrong. That's why I like to do things on my own. That's why I like to do things for myself. All my life it's been get it where try to get it while the getting is good. All my life was trying to figure out this thing we call life on my own. You know what I'm saying? So when I run into a jam and I call for help and people just kind of don't know how to help, or I just kind of think my brain goes crazy. So I don't know where I went with that. Anyways, so part of the reason that episode 5 wasn't put out was because of that. Again, my backdrop, the pressure of putting something else out, and problem with a sense of authority, which has nothing to do with anything. I just felt like talking about it. But another thing that I've been doing on this during this quarantine and things like that is that I have been working out. I have been going for bike rides. If you do not ride a bike, dude, you have to get yourself a road bike. And if you get yourself a road or a mountain bike, I don't care, whatever. If you get yourself a road bike, a mountain bike, hit me up, dude. Let's go for a spin. We don't have to go long distances. So I ride from my house. From my house, I don't know what that's called, but it's going towards the airport. There's like a little like peninsula that hangs out there. It's going towards Shelter Island, but it's not really Shelter Island. Kind of like the Spanish Landing. Might be kind of like the Spanish Landing area. I estimate that it's about 3 miles from where I live. So maybe 4 miles. So, obviously round trip, you're talking 8 miles. That's a walk in the park, guys. We can do that blindfolded and no safety helmet. The hell with all the safety gear. There's no need for it because it's just like you're going up and down the street. Now, when you start riding to work, I ride to work on occasions. I've stopped, but I will get back in. As soon as this quarantine is over, I got to go get my bicycle tuned up, new tires, get the chain cleaned up, get the brakes done up, and get my reflector lights and all that, and I will begin to ride back to work, back and forth. And now you're talking close to 15. Oh, let me see. Now you're talking close to 15. Uh, is it 50? Was it 15 miles? I think it's 12 miles. 12 miles. Anyways, you're talking 12 miles round trip. And I think I'd take an extra 3 miles coming home because I go the long way. But it's from here to Genesee. And I'm not from here. If you know where I live, you know where I'm at. But it's from Market Street. From Market Street down to Genesee. And, it's about 12 miles the long way. Obviously, if you go on the freeway, piece of cake. But you got to go in the streets. And I did that for like 4 months probably, maybe longer. But that's fun. Anyways, so I've been doing a lot of bike riding, I've been doing some weightlifting. I don't do legs. I skip leg days every day, all day. I never want to do legs and squats and none of that stuff. Terrible me. I'm hoping the bike makes up for that. But I'll do some curls, some dumbbell work, swing the mace a little bit. But I try to keep busy. But one of the things that has really, really captivated my creative ability, my creative juices, has been the podcast, obviously, but making pizzas. I've been baking pizzas, bro, and sis, and it's just been fun, man. It's been fun googling dough recipes and trying to figure out which dough is the best for the kind of pizza that I want to make. And I'll tell you what, every single time that I make dough, it's different, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's the temperature in my house, if it's the climate outside, whatever it is, man. I don't know if it's the water. Is it too hot? Is it too warm? Too cold? Whatever the case may be, it is. Every single time it's different, and I hate it. So I've been trying to break down my technique so that I can get the right stretchy, light, airy pizza dough, so that when I bake it, it's nice and thin. And I also like the thin crust. I don't like the pan, bread. I've been making pizza, and it's been about a quarter-inch thick. I'm trying to get about an eighth of an inch, maybe quarter-inch, half-inch. Okay, half-inch is the regular one. So maybe about a quarter-inch thick crust, and baking it, trying to bake it nice and even. Toppings are quality toppings, bro. Let me tell you that right now. I'm not playing around. This stuff is fresh. So I've been working on that, and for whatever reason, I'm starting to think that I can probably, if I can dial this in, I can probably make a little hustle. So here's part of my plan. I'm gonna let you guys into the business plan, because I don't care. If you want to go take it and make it, go for it. Just like this podcast, there is room for everyone's opinion. In this world, there is room for everyone's opinion. Not every opinion matters. Not every opinion is important, but there's room for it. Businesses, there's enough for everybody. You just got to get the one thing that represents you, that stands out for you. In this case, the land of San Diego is going to be providing pizzas, and I'm hoping to get my hands on a wood fire trailer, a wood fire pizza oven on a trailer, a mobile one. How about that? So that you guys can contact me and be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna host a party, man. Can you bring the trailer? Sure thing. Cough over a little check, a little deposit, and we'll talk. And if, I'm not cold-blooded, man. I'm not cold-blooded. So if we friends, if we family, I got you, man. We'll work something out, man. Just provide some ingredients, just provide whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. But tell me that's not a badass idea. A wood fire brick oven on a trailer. And then you guys want to go host at the beach? Guess what? Boom, I get my permits all lined up. Boom, get the seat. Oh no, I dropped the microphone. Hold on. The microphone to the video. I'm getting excited here. We get all my permits lined up. We go down to the beach. I get a couple spots. Boom, 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 boom. While you guys are kicking it, I'm baking pizzas for you guys fresh out the wood fire. Boom, boom, getting them, slicing them, tossing them. I don't know, man. I think that's legit. Maybe bumping some jams. I don't know. The opportunity is there. The creativity is there. It's a matter of making something happen with it now. Just like this podcast, the idea has always been there, man. The excitement, the passion has always been there, but it's a matter of making it happen. And that's what we're doing right now. We're making stuff happen right now. And I'm getting super hyped up right now because this is when I realize what I love to do. And if I can help you, and you to get inspired to get up and do something, man, I want to do that. But you got to find it. You got to find it. And sometimes it just takes simple conversation with somebody. Sometimes I just talk to myself. Think about that. In my head, it's a dark, dark room, and I just bounce off the walls in the room that I'm in, and I can't figure anything out. But somehow, things begin to get streamlined. My thoughts begin to bottleneck. And then all of a sudden, there becomes a little clarity. Look, man, I've always been an innovator. Always. I've always been a creator. I've always been someone that's been different, that's thought outside the box. I don't like being like anyone else. I despise being like someone else. I want to be myself. I want to get tattoos. Yes, I want to listen to rap music. I want to listen to corridos. I want to listen to banda. I want to listen to old classic rock. I want to listen to oldies. I want to listen to podcasts, people that are important, people that are not so important, people that are entertaining. I want to listen to people that are creative. I want to listen to everyone and anyone that's going to give me some kind of inspiration, some kind of motivation to get up off my butt and do something. Whether it's a rapper, whether it's an actress, a preacher, a pastor, my wife, a loved one, a family member, whatever it is. So I want to encourage everyone today, man. Start something. Get up and start it. Get up and start it. And the only reason I'm going in this direction is because this podcast doesn't have a direction. This podcast is everywhere. It goes everywhere and anywhere. You guys all have something special to offer. Everyone's got something special to offer. And if you can put it together and you can put it out there, man, I guarantee you that you can make it happen. And it's not going to be easy. Life is not fair. Life is unfair. It's going to be difficult. But if you stay the course, baby, of course you're going to get through this. Hurdles, obstacles, through the mud, through the wires, all that stuff isn't going to matter because when you stay the course, you persevere. That's how I feel, man. All my life I felt like a failure. All my life. I felt like I've never done anything that's mattered. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's been dark. I've been in dark rooms because my failure overwhelms me at times. You know that I've never heard my dad tell me that he's proud of me. I've never heard my dad say, "Hey, mijo," or "Hey, Walter," "Hey, whatever. I'm proud of you." First of all, if you look at my life, I don't know that there's anything to be proud of. From the outside, when I look at it from the inside, I go, "Man, I got a beautiful wife. We're a normal marriage. We love each other. We hug each other. We kiss each other. We, lovey-dovey, woo-woo-woo-woo-woo-woo." But we have our ups and downs. We have our in and outs as well. You know what I mean? And I got two beautiful, beautiful boys, man. Handsome boys. I have Ezekiel Bogey. If you listen to this, man, I love you, Papa. Caleb, if you're listening to this, Sonny, I love you too, viejo. You guys are both different, but you guys are both unique at the same time. And I love that, and I appreciate it. And to my baby, my wife Areli, I want to tell you, baby, that I love you with all my heart. I'm such an a-hole to you sometimes. I'm such an a-hole because I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like, I don't know. I'm getting emotional talking about it, but you have been there from the beginning. So I love you. I know that sometimes I can be a jerk and I can be tough, but I feel that you are the main reason why I'm still here. You're one of the